I'm Jocelyn Snow, and welcome to episode 2 of Build Your Own Challenge course. It looks like you're back for more. Well, I hope you enjoyed last week's episode where we took you through the log jog and the power pole. This week I've brought on a special guest to give me a hand with demonstrations. My buddy Jarrett, BadBrown88 on Instagram.
How's it going?
You gotta get down low.
Yeah, I gotta get down low. Hope you're all doing well. We're gonna do a few demonstrations for you, and I'm not really sure what Jocelyn's got in store for me, but we'll see, and I hope you guys like it.
Thanks, Jarrett. Yeah, we didn't tell him a thing, but what we're gonna do, we're gonna take him through the sand pit, the rock garden, and my all-time favorite, I'm taking him to the playground where we have the Teeter Otters. Once again, I'm gonna show you how to build these. We're going to explain ways you can ride them and, of course, tell you how you can apply them to real-world adventure riding and help improve your riding. Let's go check it out. I've named this obstacle Fun at the Beach. It's a great old sand pit. It measures about 70 feet long and 18 and 20 feet wide. You can make your sand pit as long as you like or as wide as you like. And whatever kind of sand you like. I like something that's got a little bit of texture in it. Now let's check and see how deep this is. Okay, just about 13 inches deep. Jarrett already knows how to ride sand well, but I've asked him to ride the sand pit incorrectly. So that way you can see how not to ride sand. Once you see how not to ride sand, and we explain how to better ride sand, it makes it a lot easier. So I've asked him to have a firm, tight grip on the handlebars. I've asked him to modulate his clutch in and out as he likes. I've asked him to roll his throttle on, off, inconsistent speed, stay stiff, look down, all the things you're really not supposed to do in the sand. Let's see how that works out. Okay, well now you've seen how not to ride sand. While Jarrett's getting cleaned up, I'm going to tell you a little bit on how to get sand for your challenge course. So here in Salinas we have a lot of agriculture, and when we do get rain, it fills the ditches. Well, that ditch, that's full of free sand. So what I did, I called up the county, and when they scoop it out to clean out the ditches for more water, then they have to get rid of it. So those guys said, no problem, we'll come over here and bring it to you. They showed up with a dump truck and dumped it right here on the property for free. So that's pretty awesome. All right, so you can see that technique didn't work out, but since we're here, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do how to pick the bike up, because this might happen to you when you practice on your sand track on your challenge course. So Jarrett, how are we gonna pick this bike up? Since we're here, we should do it together, right?
Yeah, since Jocelyn's here, and it's good to have a riding buddy with you when you ride these big bikes, I'm going to utilize her to help me pick up the bike. So whoever the rider is in control of the pickup. In this case, that's me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit on top of my seat. I'm going to position my right hand on the left grip of the bike. I'm going to grab anywhere that's comfortable for me back here. And I'm going to give a count to 1, 2, 3. On 3, Jocelyn's going to help me out.
I'm going to stand on the rear tire bottom. I'm going to grab a secure grip here. And when he says 3, I'm going to give it everything I got to help him pull this bike up.
Ready to go, Jocelyn?
Yes, sir.
1, 2, 3. And
All
boy,
right.
am I glad she's here.
Okay, now let's talk about a better way to ride sand. Tire pressure. Sure, if you let some air out of the tires, sand, it's a little bit easier to ride. But that's not always an option, and I don't know, do you really want to let pressure out? When you're going to be riding your challenge course, there's all kinds of other obstacles that you want to have your tire pressure up. So I ride my sand pit at full tire pressure, whatever is recommended by the manufacturer. So that's what we're going to do today. When I'm riding sand, I like to keep a nice soft grip on the handlebars. Sometimes that's difficult to remember because you get real tense. So I like to tell my friends, pretend that you have butterflies in your hands. Not real ones, imaginary ones. They're in your hands and you don't want to squish them, you don't want to kill them, you don't want to squish them. So nice soft grip on the handlebars first. Clutch. don't use it. Stay away from the clutch. Try not to use the clutch unless it's absolutely necessary. You need to stop, you need to slow down, there's another rider in front of you. Otherwise, no clutch. Pulling in the clutch can cause the bike to slow down, almost like a braking, and the sand will pile to the front wheel, and it makes it really difficult to keep the bike upright. Throttle, consistent throttle. Steady, consistent throttle. You don't need to go fast through the sand. You can go slow, you can go any speed you like, but as long as it's consistent. Stay away from the front brake too, unless it's absolutely necessary. I use 2 fingers. I push against the front brake and hold my throttle at a stuck position, and that kind of helps remind me not to use the front brake and to not roll the throttle on and off. You want to look ahead, you want to stand up, you want to relax. And the key, really, I feel, to riding sand, almost be drunk with your body. Almost be sleepy. Let your body completely relax on the bike. Let the bike wiggle with it. Don't drop your eyesight down to a rut in front of you. Keep looking ahead in the horizon. And before you know it, sand becomes real easy. It's almost like water skiing. You'll be able to carve your way through the sand. It's so fun, effortless. So, let's see how this works out. We're at our next obstacle, and this one I named it Rocky Road. That's just what it is. My rock collection laid out here in a big path. It's approximately 30 feet long, about 8 feet wide. The rocks, some of them are the size of softballs, grapefruits, and then we got some watermelons in here. It's up to you, however you want to set up your rock garden. I've taken a little bit of sand that I got from the county that I told you about, and I've put that in here to help keep the rocks in place. While I was clearing out this area for the challenge course, these are the rocks that popped up. So really it's just my personal rock collection, and I suggest you do the same thing. Now you can buy rocks, you can ask the county for rocks. There's lots of ways to get free rocks. People want to get rid of them sometimes, but I think you're going to find them when you start building your obstacles. Now how to ride this thing. The first thing you want to consider is where is your entry point and your exit point. It's best to keep your head up, keep looking ahead, and follow your exit point. Also, check the clearance on your motorcycle to make sure that you have enough clearance for the rocks. A constant throttle, bent knees, and staying on the balls of your feet, keeping your weight back slightly, helps keep the front end light. Make sure you don't fall down in a rock hole. Good luck. Have fun. All right, Jarrett, how you like the rock garden?
Oh, I like it. Challenging and fun.
Hey, so I bet our viewers would like to take a ride with you. So how about you turn your helmet cam on and take them for a spin?
Yeah, I think I could do that.
Matter of fact, go right from the rock garden through the sand.
Hey, let's do it.
All right. Welcome to the playground. Here we are at the Teeter Otters. These are definitely one of my favorite. Teeter Otters are great for training as far as balance, clutch control, throttle control. For me, I had a fear of narrow bridges, true story. And riding the Teeter Otters definitely helped me eliminate that. This particular one is the large Teeter Otter. My friend Tom built this. He made it out of an old tractor, or an old car axle, I guess, or truck axle, and some boards that he had laying around. When you set up your teeter-totter, you want to try to make sure your starting end is a little bit heavier than the end that you come off, because you'd like the teeter-totter to retract and go back to the starting position when you ride the bike off. This should be going down. Jared! Yeah. So, and well, was that payback for the sand? All right, and then here we have the smaller teeter-totter. Now, even though this one is lower, it's much more narrow, and believe it or not, it's more intimidating. And I think when we bring you on the onboard camera to ride each of them, you may see how approaching this one can be just a little more nerve-wracking. All right, we're gonna get Jarrett suited up and see how he does the teeter-totters. Now, he told me he's never ridden a teeter-totter, period. So this is gonna be a fun experience. It's gonna be his first time. Let's check it out. So you said earlier when you showed up that you've never ridden a teeter-totter before?
No, I haven't, and I'm a little nervous about it.
Yeah, I think it can be super intimidating. Really, when I tell people when they start off on teeter-totter, look to the end, have a smooth throttle, nice clutch control.
Okay.
Try not to stall in the middle of it. And you're gonna wanna give a little hesitation on the big one because you need to wait for it to come all the way down to the ground before you continue off.
Sounds good. I think I could do this.
Do you wanna do the big one or you wanna do the small teeter-totter?
I think I'm gonna do them both, Jocelyn.
Oh, let's do it then.
All right.
Once you've mastered your teeter-totter, I don't want you to get bored of it. You put a lot of work into building it. So you can up the challenge a bit by trying some one-handed maneuvers. As you approach the teeter-totter, it's very important to have momentum and good clutch control. And in good balance, you could take your right throttle hand off the bike and hold it on your head and balance as you come off the teeter-totter. See if Jarrett can do it. I say let's jump on board and we'll take you for a ride so you can see what it looks like. Well, there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode. Jarrett, thanks for playing along.
Had a great time. Thank you for the invite, Jocelyn. And I survived the challenge course.
Yes, he did.
Built on a shoestring budget.
That's right.
A lot of fun. And you guys can build something like this too, right in your own backyard.
So please join us next week when we're going to take you to the tire shop. And we're going to show you how to build some amazing obstacles to help improve your riding, all out of free tires.
Woo!
Yay! See you then.